Twitter or X quite frequently. He's called TA, like technical analysis on all the charts, pretty much like spot on, but he also does it for a living. He literally trades for a living. So appreciate him and his content. He keeps blinders on. He really doesn't listen to anybody else, which is another thing I really appreciate about ECB. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, this is a big week. Big week. Coach JV came out and said that as well. If you guys don't follow Abs and Johnny, shout out to Good Evening Crypto. They always do a good job over there, laying it down, explaining what's going on. So that's another one if you don't follow them. The ECB is the European Central Bank. This person's asked that adjective. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know where their monetary policy is. They are obviously experiencing inflation just like everybody else. So the Fed's really in a kind of in a hard spot here. They have job numbers that are above their threshold. That means people are losing jobs. Unemployment's too high. But they also have inflation in our economy of 4% because of the oil and the situation with that. So Warsh is coming into, if they lower interest rates, that helps the job numbers, but it also increases inflation. If they raise interest rates, job numbers are going to get worse. So they have two levers. All central banks have two levers. They have M2 money supply, or how much money is circulating in the economy, and they have interest rates. You can either pull one or both of those levers. Warsh has talked about lowering our M2 money supply and lowering our interest rates at the same time. I think that they're going to be able to walk that line. And I do anticipate that the Fed is going to lower interest rates this week. So, again, compressing the yield curve there. And I do think that will be enough, depending on if it's outside of the terms or what people are thinking are going to happen, that we will see some big moves in the market. I think the IPO for SpaceX was very timely. Not the top of the market last week. I think that we could see, somewhere between 78, 79, 8,000 there in the S&P. That's kind of the top end of where I think we're going to be. David Hunter, who's a very good macroeconomist, has come out and he's moved his projection up to 10,000 for the S&P 500. It's okay to have different opinions than other macroeconomists. I have my reasoning behind that. I think the reverse carry trade has a lot more leverage in the system than I think he does. He anticipates that there's not going to be any volatility prior to midterms. I think that there is going to be. I think that they need this to move now to implement, distributed ledger technology, real-time settlement, and pull us out of the hole with agentic payments and AI and the rollout of that. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Fable was removed this weekend